Good morning, everyone. Let's dive into some important topic that we have today, and it connects global politics, diplomacy, and India's foreign policy. So, our focus is on India's engagement with the Taliban. Now, you might have heard about the Taliban, which is terrorist group. Earlier, it was labeled as a terrorist group that took control of Afghanistan after the US withdrew its troops in 2021. But now, how is India, our country, managing its relationship with this controversial regime? So, what steps India has taken, and why does this matter to us? So, let's explore the story step by step. Students, to understand India's current approach, let's first rewind to the year 2000. Yes, 2000 में क्या हुआ था उसके बारे में हम थोड़ा देखते हैं. Back then, the Taliban had their first regime in Afghanistan. India found it impossible, almost impossible, to engage with them. This is because the Taliban were deeply influenced by Pakistan's strategies, which often work against India's interest. अब पाकिस्तान के साथ स्ट्रैटेजीज है उसके इन्फ्लुएंस्ड है तो ऑफ कोर्स इंडिया के अगेंस्ट में हो गए इनके इंटरेस्ट और इंडिया के अगेंस्ट में ही रहेंगे. In fact, India's then High Commissioner to Pakistan, Vijay K. Nambiar, he stated that there was no way India and the Taliban could connect in a meaningful manner. The Taliban's approach and reasoning were deeply aligned with Pakistan, so making any form of dialogue that time was unproductive. But fast forward to 2021, 2 decades later, things have actually changed dramatically. Afghanistan's former government, led by Ashraf Ghani, collapsed as the Taliban regained power in Afghanistan. So, this forced India to rethink its approach. And the question was, should we completely avoid the Taliban or engage with them cautiously? कि पूरी तरह से ऑल टुगेदर कंप्लीटली तालिबान को अवॉइड करना चाहिए या फिर वी शुड एंगेज विद देम कॉशियसली, राइट? सो लेट्स मूव टू August of 2021. Right after the US left Afghanistan, India took its first official contact with the Taliban. Our ambassador to Qatar, Deepak Mittal, met Taliban representative Sher Mohammad Abbas in Doha. This meeting was important. Why? Because Sher Mohammad Abbas is an alumnus of India's prestigious Indian Military Academy in Dehradun. So he openly expressed the Taliban's willingness to maintain ties with India. And he mentioned that they wanted to continue cultural, economic, and trade relations like before, like it was used to be. So India responded carefully. We expressed concerns about the Taliban ensuring stability, that there should be women's right, that the Taliban should respect women's right and avoid any extremist activities on their soil. So, although India was cautious, this was a significant move. It opened the door for dialogue. Okay, for dialogue, it was very important. But let's not forget that we are dealing with the Taliban, and which isn't easy. In the 2021, the Taliban formed a government in Afghanistan. However, it excluded women and ethnic minorities from key roles. And this raised questions globally, including in India. India called for an inclusive government in Afghanistan. We said, as a neighbor and friend of the Afghan people, we are deeply concerned about their future. Yes, that India is deeply concerned about their future. Meanwhile, Pakistan's intelligence agency, ISI, was guiding the Taliban's decisions. So, this made the situation even more complicated for India. right? Because we know that India and Pakistan are at loggerheads with each other. So this again increased the complexity of the whole situation. And despite these challenges, India chose to separate its engagement with the Taliban from its support from the Afghan people. See, इंडिया का क्या हिसाब किताब है कि इंडिया हमेशा अफगान जो लोग हैं उनको सपोर्ट करता रहा है, ह्यूमैनिटेरियन एफर्ट्स इंडिया के चलते रहे हैं अफगानिस्तान में. सो ये सब होने के बाद भी दिसंबर 2021 में इंडिया ने इंडिया सेंट ओवर 1.6 tons of medicine to Afghanistan. And this was a strong signal. India was ready to help the Afghan people without fully recognizing the Taliban government. Are you seeing this the situation, the stance that India has taken? Then, in early 2022, an Indian delegation visited Kabul for the first time after the Taliban takeover. And they supervised the delivery of humanitarian assistance, which included food, medical supplies, and things like that. Later, India stationed technical a technical team at its embassy in Kabul to manage these efforts. So this showed that India that while India doesn't officially recognize the Taliban, it's committed to supporting the Afghan people. एक टेक्निकल टीम भी बनाई, एक टेक्निकल टीम वहाँ पे एम्बेसी में रखी कि पूरा सारा देखभाल करेंगे, जो भी ह्यूमैनिटेरियन एफर्ट्स इंडिया प्रोवाइड करा रहा है उसको देखभाल करने के लिए टेक्निकल टीम भी रखी गई. अब इससे क्या पता चल रहा है? इससे ये पता चल रहा है कि इंडिया हालांकि तालिबान को ऑफिशियली रिकॉग्नाइज नहीं करता है, लेकिन अफगान लोगों को सपोर्ट करने के लिए इंडिया कमिटेड है. ओके, नाउ द कंसर्न्स फॉर इंडिया. इंडिया के क्या क्या कंसर्न्स है उसके बारे में थोड़ा सा हम देख लेते हैं, राइट? बच्चों, वन ऑफ इंडियाज मेन कंसर्न इज सिक्योरिटी. ओके, इंडिया का सबसे जो मेन कंसर्न है वो है सिक्योरिटी. Afghanistan shares borders with Pakistan, and there's a risk of terrorist group using Afghan territory to target India. India has consistently made it clear Afghanistan must not become a base for anti-India activities. कि जो अफगानिस्तान की सॉइल है, अफगानिस्तान की ज़मीन है, वो एंटी इंडिया एक्टिविटीज़ के लिए बेस नहीं बननी चाहिए. To ensure this, India has gradually increased its diplomatic engagement. So, January last year, Indian diplomats had a significant meeting with the Taliban's foreign minister Amir Khan Muttaqi in Kabul. And during these meetings, the Taliban asked India for help with visas for Afghan businessmen, students, and patients. However, India faces challenges like security. There is a security risk, right? That if India is dealing with the Taliban, there is a security risk. There's a lack of fully functional visa system in Kabul. So all these are the challenges. Now, let's look at the bigger picture. See, Taliban's return to power has affected global politics. पूरे ग्लोबल पॉलिटिक्स के जो सिनेरियो है कैसे चेंज हुआ है तालिबान के आने से, उसके बारे में हम थोड़ा सा देखते हैं. सी, ईरान जो कि अफगानिस्तान का एक नेबर है, वो वीक हो गया है. अगर हम अभी के सिनेरियो की बात करते हैं, सो ईरान विच इज़ a neighbor of Afghanistan has weakened due to internal and external conflicts. And Pakistan, once a close ally of the Taliban, has turned into an adversary, even carrying out bombing raids in Afghanistan. तो एक टाइम पे तो एलाई था पाकिस्तान, लेकिन अब थोड़ा सा अब इनके बीच में रिश्तों में मनमुटाव आ गया है. एक टाइम पे एलाई हुआ करता था, पर अब एक एडवर्सरी है. And Pakistan even carried out bombing raids in Afghanistan. On the other hand, China is making strategic moves in Afghanistan. So China is investing in infrastructure and resources. जो कि चाइना के हमेशा जो करता रहा है कि चाइना इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर और रिसोर्सेज के नाम पे इन्वेस्ट करता है दूसरी कंट्रीज में. So India is observing these developments, and India knows that it must stay involved in Afghanistan to protect its interests and avoid losing its influence in the whole region. ये जो पूरा रीजन है, इंडो पैसिफिक रीजन में, यहाँ पे इंडिया का इन्फ्लुएंस ना कम हो. सो व्हाट आर द इंडियाज की प्रायोरिटीज? इंडिया की प्रायोरिटीज क्या क्या है उसमें के बारे में देखते हैं. सबसे पहले प्रायोरिटी क्या है इंडिया की, क्या होगा? ऑफ कोर्स सिक्योरिटी. इंडिया वांट्स टू इंश्योर दैट नो टेररिस्ट ग्रुप टारगेटिंग अस operates from Afghan soil. And India has sent food, medicines, and other essential supplies to help the Afghan people. कि अगर तालिबान है वहाँ पर, जो कि इंडिया जब कभी भी तालिबान के फेवर में नहीं था, लेकिन अभी है वहाँ पर, तो इंडिया क्या कर रहा है? इंगेजमेंट बढ़ा रहा है. और एक चीज़ जो इंडिया ने हमेशा करते आई है, भले ही अफगान जो लोग हैं, जो तालिबान लोग हैं, उन तालिबान के साथ इंडिया के भले ही अभी उस लेवल के रिलेशंस नहीं स्टैब्लिश हुए, लेकिन इंडिया ने कभी भी ह्यूमैनिटेरियन एड देना नहीं छोड़ा. India keeps sending the food, medicines, and other essential supplies to help the Afghan people. And India is also considering resuming several infrastructure projects across all 34 provinces of Afghanistan. So these efforts are part of India's long-term strategy to support Afghanistan while cautiously engaging with the Taliban. कि तालिबान के साथ इंगेजमेंट अभी ज़रूरी है, लेकिन कॉशियसली डील करना है. ओके. और साथ ही साथ अफगान लोगों को सपोर्ट करना तो इंडिया वैसे भी नहीं बंद करना है. नाउ the question is, why does this matter to students like us, right? Why should students care about this? First of all, students, this is about diplomacy. India's ability to balance relationships with difficult partners like the Taliban. It teaches us the importance of dialogue, patience, and strategic thinking. Second, it's about humanity. By sending aid to Afghanistan, India is showing the world the importance of helping those in need, even in tough situations. Finally, it's about security. That we need to understand these global issues, because by understanding these global issues, it helps us realize how interconnected the world is, and why every country, including India, must stay vigilant, right? So at last, to wrap up the whole news article, India's basically this deals with the India's cautious engagement with the Taliban, which is basically a balancing act between supporting the Afghan people and protecting its own national interests. So it's a whole news article is full of diplomacy, strategy, and compassion. So as students, we can learn a lot from how our country handles such complex international issues. So let's stay informed and continue exploring how global events shape our world. Thank you for listening, and I hope you found this session insightful. Bye bye, students.